You may be seated. Good afternoon. Let's try that one more time. There's some people in the room. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2023 induction ceremony for the illustrious Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University's Honors Program. A special thank you to any family and friends of the inductees. Special thanks to any university administration, faculty, and staff, and especially the veteran honors scholars that may be present. The university's honors program is extremely special to me and has greatly contributed to my development as a scholar and as a leader. I can recall the year of 2020 during the fall semester when I became an official member of the university's honors program. While sitting in the seats where you are now, I asked myself, how do I make my mark, when I don't know my path? When I arrived at the university, I came in the rawest form, confused, curious, no guidance, just excited to be here, to be quite honest. I had no idea on how I was going to adapt and matriculate in this new environment. See, life for Jarvis was not a crystal stair. I had to mature at an early age growing up in the east side of Birmingham, Alabama, being raised by a single black woman. So after graduating from Huffman High School, my plan was to begin my career in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, known as HVAC, because I was not going to put my mother in any debt to receive an education. So I began speaking with counselors, and then I met an Alabama A&M University recruiter, and I was awarded a scholarship to assist with the financial burden of college debt. So fast forward to my first semester of being in the honors program, I came into contact with this phenomenal, energetic, ambitious, and God-bearing and fearing woman named Miss Carla Holloway. She didn't waste any time when it came to ensuring I was involved. Her immersive leadership soon transferred into my everyday life. So over the next 3 months, I began getting very engaged with the honors program by attending resume and career development workshops. I began receiving a plethora of scholarships, being recognized as the scholarship king. With over $50,000 in scholarships earned, various internships at Boeing, Southern Company, Amazon, being the keynote speaker at several leadership conferences, the recipient of the Black Engineer of the Year Award, and numerous program opportunities for development. I was quickly awarded an opportunity to travel abroad to Israel and Dubai with no out-of-pocket fees. So I stand before you and I ask the question again, how do you make your mark when you don't know your path? Simply rise to the occasion. There is no success without failure. See, Edgar Albert Guest said it best. When you're up against your trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. So as I leave you, remember your honors program experience is what you make it. Yes, this will be a different experience and require you to step out of your comfort zone, to meet your Miss Holloways, classmates, employers. It is the most stimulating thing you can do to get the full experience. Remember, while comfort zones is a beautiful thing, nothing ever grows there. At this time, we will hear opening remarks and greetings from Dr. Rosetta Howard, Interim Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Howard.
I now can tell why I was so impressed by this young man. And it's a hard act to follow him. But good afternoon. On behalf of Dr. Daniel Wims, President, Dr. John Jones, Provost, Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, staff, it is indeed an honor and a privilege to welcome all of you to this evening's annual induction ceremony. We are excited to host this annual time-honored tradition to uplift the banner of collegiate honors in many facets: scholarship, leadership, service, and excellence, which are the cornerstones of honors experience. As we welcome you into the honors program, let us reflect upon this occasion and why it matters so deeply. It acknowledges hard work, dedication, commitment, perseverance. It acknowledges the support you had and you have and will have along the way. It acknowledges your village, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, cousins, extended family members, your teachers, and so forth. We applaud you, we congratulate you, and we wish you much success in your undergraduate experience here on the Hill at Alabama A&M.
Good evening. Good evening. Probably shouldn't touch that. All righty. This is the 30th year of honors, being founded in 1993. So we are celebrating 30 years of excellence. Since 1993, it has been the mission of the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University Honors Program to recruit and retain academically talented students and develop them into extraordinary citizens and phenomenal scholars who go on to achieve successful careers and impact their environment through exemplary leadership and service. The program provides professional development, seminars, internships, social and service activities, and other opportunities for creativity and experiential learning. We have 3 core values. The first core value is scholarship. With scholarship, we seek to create an educational climate that stimulates all students to perform to their highest intellectual capacity. Our second core value is leadership. We seek to cultivate trendsetters who go on to blaze trails of excellence. And our final core value is service. We understand and stress the importance of responsible citizenship through civic engagement. An honors program, or college, is designed to ensure that the most academically motivated students are challenged to achieve at their highest potential, becoming the best version of themselves. What an honor it has been for me personally to be here in the honors program for 17 years. I count it a distinct privilege, my divine assignment, and I'm blessed to continue to do it. At this time, the honors program's organizational arm is called the Honors Council. The Honors Council is headed by the Honors Council's Executive Board. These students assist with event coordination while gaining real-world professional skills that they will apply to their global careers. I will now formally install these officers for the 2023-2024 academic year. 14 students have been elected or appointed to serve on the 2023-2024 Honors Executive Board. They are Executive President Tamia Gordon, Executive Vice President Jemiah Cathy, Executive Chief of Operations Jarvis Pruitt, Secretary Terry Dukes, Treasurer Isaiah Thompson, Parliamentarian Jared Davis, Service Coordinators Riley Roberts and Jakaya Carpenter, new member representative and ex officio officer Mr. Christopher Johnson, Historian Dion Trinidad, Public Relation Liaisons Zia George and Tyra Ravenel, Cultural Events Coordinator Angel Scott, and our Queen, Ms. Honors Program Forrest Nanju. With your right hand raised, will you, as newly elected officers, realizing the responsibilities of leadership that have been placed upon you, agree to give of your time and energy to faithfully serve the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University Honors Program? If so, please answer, we will. We will. And do you solemnly pledge to uphold the duties of your position as specified in the Honors Program Constitution? We do. And finally, do you pledge to model strength of character, commitment, and the program's core values of scholarship, leadership, and service? We do. Then, by the authority vested in me through the Alabama A&M University Administration, I do hereby install you as the 2023-2024 Executive Board with all the rights and privileges thereby. You may now take your positions on the dais. I will turn the remainder of the induction ceremony and candlelighting program over to the Honors Program Vice President and the Executive Council.
Scholarship, leadership, service. Embody the program's commitment to excellence. The candle lighting ceremony will describe each of these principles.
A man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. Once one's mind has expanded, a new perspective is gained. It is the goal of honor scholars to continually seek new knowledge, opening new horizons. Scholarship is the advancement, integration, and application of knowledge. A strong scholar has a sharp focus and is marked by academic poise, persistence, and passion.
If your action inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Leadership is the ability of an individual to influence, motivate, and enable others to contribute toward effectiveness and success of the organization of which they are members. Leadership is an attitude that influences the environment around us.
The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Community service is giving back, yes, but it's also gaining an understanding about each other and a sense of human compassion. True academicians are committed to building and strengthening our community. Also, our community is what makes us strong, and it allows us to grow.
Excellent.
scholarship,
leadership,
and service.
illuminates the path of achievement.
Inductees, please stand. Will the designated torchlighters come forward to ignite your candle from the flame of achievement?
Please remain standing. Participation in the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University's Honors Program is composed of undergraduate students who have declared a keen interest in scholarly endeavors in academic, professional, and leadership excellence. The lighting of your candles demonstrates your commitment to our revered principles.
As newly inducted scholars into the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University Honors Program, do you accept the challenge to maintain the high academic and leadership standards set forth by the program and to serve as examples for the achievement of excellence around the world? If so, please answer, I do. I do. And do you promise to work toward the achievement of the purposes and goals as set by the National Collegiate Honors Council? If so, please answer, I do. I do. Please join me in reciting the Honors Program Pledge. I pledge to strive for excellence. I pledge to strive for excellence. Scholarship will pave the way. Scholarship will pave the way. I endeavor to uphold Council's legacy, with the torch of wisdom as my beacon every day. I will blaze a trail of leadership, for those who will come behind. I vow to serve humanity with honor. Lifting others as I climb. I now present to you the newly inducted members of the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University Honors Program for the 2023-2024 academic school year. Please join me in welcoming these new members. The candles representing scholarship, leadership, and service will continue to burn throughout the duration of this program. Inductees, you may now extinguish your lights. You may be seated. We will now follow the program as printed.
Good evening. My name is Angel Scott, a senior honor scholar and elementary education major from Mobile, Alabama. It is my honor to introduce this year's induction speaker, Mr. Torrance Sellers. Torrance Sellers is a Hampton, Georgia native and a 2021 Honors Program graduate of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University with plans to pursue a master's degree in data analytics in 2024. While a student, Mr. Sellers served in many leadership positions, one of which was the campus ambassador for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, a position in which he served for 4 years. After graduating cum laude with his bachelor's degree with the Bachelor of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management, he served as a consulting analyst for Black & Veatch, a global leader in energy and government services, before working with TMCF as a manager of talent acquisition and campus relations. Mr. Sellers is now a senior manager of programs and business systems with TMCF, where he manages the Apple Scholars Program. Before graduating from Alabama A&M University, Mr. Sellers left a huge impact on the campus at large. He became a member of the Delta Gamma chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated in the spring of 2018 and served as the 2019-2020 chapter president. As a direct result of the opportunities and tutelage Mr. Sellers received in the Honors Program, he was afforded numerous internships. He interned with Naval Facilities Engineering Command, John Deere, United Airlines, and Lockheed Martin. Still, he left the greatest impact in the university's Honors Program, where he pioneered the first ever role as Chief Operating Officer. Under Mr. Sellers' leadership, the Honors Program and Honors Council began to flow with great efficiency, and his impact trickled down to help the program members serve A&M and the city of Huntsville in a greater capacity. Mr. Sellers created some of his greatest relationships as a scholar in the program. His hope is to continue to pour into his collective of mentees, serving in various capacities at his church, and walk boldly in the calling that is on his life. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Torrance Sellers.
Thank you for the warm introduction. I must say that is not the bio that I sent, so I know Ms. Holloway had some editing privileges in that one. I absolutely wouldn't have said that much about myself, but appreciate it nonetheless. In 2016, I sat in a seat similar to that of the one you're sitting in now. I was nervous, about 20 pounds lighter, and not very confident in what this new chapter of my life would bring. I was a late bloomer to the grand idea of college. I'm a first-generation high school and college graduate. My parents instilled in me the importance of having a plan. They didn't push college, but they did dream of that being a path for my siblings and I. I wasn't very fond of school. Not that I wasn't smart or I didn't have the grades. I just didn't have the vision yet. At my high school, we were offered the opportunity to take the ASVAB, which is the test needed to enlist in the military. I wasn't remotely interested in serving my country. However, I was very excited to miss a day of class and eat something different for lunch. So I signed up. After receiving my results, I started getting calls day and night from recruiters asking me to enlist. I truly believe some of the people in the military recruitment offices missed their calling because they are an amazing salesman. They convinced me to enlist in a delayed entry program by April of my senior year of high school. I was going to the military to be a military police officer. Now why, I'm not sure. I don't particularly like outside, I have asthma, and I'm not fond of being told what to do. But I was committed to making a difference, so I thought. If any of you are old enough to have been interested in politics at that time, 2016 was an election year. My family was not very excited about the candidates or the potential implications of a president change while having their child in the beginning stages of a military career. They encouraged me to apply to college, just to see what I thought. I applied to 3 schools. The first 2 I won't name, but the third was this institution in Alabama called Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. We visited A&M, which was my first time in the state of Alabama, and I loved it. It felt like home. Before I left, I went to the cashier's office, paid my enrollment fee and my housing deposit. I was going to college. My introduction to the honors program was a little unique. Back in 2016, SOAR was overnight. So we got a dorm, we stayed a night, they gave us a key, brought our own bedding and everything, and we stayed. I had a friend that did the right thing and applied on time, and thus she received a special invitation to go to a reception for students that receive scholarships. In this, she was given the opportunity to sign up for an honors program interview. I had her sign my name too. I felt like I deserved to be with the smart people. I didn't think I would receive a call that evening, but as I stood in line at Subway, I got a call from Mrs. Holloway. She was thanking me for my interests and invited me to interview. I was a little thrown off and felt the need to be transparent with her. I told her how I didn't quite have a scholarship and that I had my friend sign my name at the reception earlier that afternoon. She asked me about my ACT scores and my GPA. She informed me that I was still eligible and to come by to complete an application and my interview the next day before we left for back home. I didn't have any interview clothes, but I went anyway. I had what I believed was a subpar interview, but somehow God saw fit. Fast forward to move in, I am nervous, yet excited. I'm not the most social person, so I was honestly concerned about making friends. I'm a person that won't talk to you unless you talk to me first, but thankfully I was in honors housing. I was able to engage with people consistently because we had the same classes and same honors obligations. It was community, which you learn to value in college. This community grew as I matriculated and got involved. I served in the honors program as treasurer for 1 year, and then I became the chief operating officer for the next 3 years of college. Serving with the honors program taught me a lot about my capacity. I was able to accomplish and handle so much more than I ever thought I could. Also served in SGA. Serving in SGA taught me a lot about patience and process. I was so excited to make a difference, but I quickly found out that everything is done through a process. And sometimes these processes aren't that fast, which leads me to the patience thing. I helped start the Rural Health Association with a few of my friends. In this, I learned the importance of being there for others. I had 2 friends interested in being physicians. One is actually a doctor at Howard. One is in PA school. And they wanted to start this organization. In order to start an organization on campus, you need at least 7 people. So me and a few of my other friends, no interest in medicine, decided to join to help them fulfill their goals. I also served as president of my fraternity. In this role, I truly learned how to lead effectively. I was able to become the person I am because of the people I encountered across all these organizations. The people that stayed up with me all night to help me write research papers. The people who consistently made sure I did my work on time, made sure I was studying, made sure I had fun, ensured that I gave back, went to church, mentored, served, ate, slept, worked out, and so much more. It wasn't always easy though. I had to make a lot of tough decisions while I was in school. The biggest one being my major. I started at A&M as a computer science major. I had this amazing idea that I was going to be a special agent in the FBI. I spent years researching and going to their website, looking at the qualifications. I figured my best chance was majoring in one of their specialization areas. I found my interest in cybersecurity, and it was great in the beginning. I was fortunate enough to have an internship my freshman and sophomore year summers. In those 2 years, I learned a lot about my interests and found out the things I was good at. Unfortunately, computer science no longer fit that mold. I was now in the first semester of my junior year, and I was flirting around with the idea of changing my major. Obviously, this is unheard of. I'm 3 semesters from graduation. Why would I entertain the idea? Simple. My passion was somewhere else. I enjoyed being connected to resources that help people excel. I wasn't sure how I would do that with computer science, so I changed my major. While I don't regret that decision at all, I would encourage you not to wait. Live out the dreams you have for you, not the dreams your parents have for you. You will never find satisfaction following someone else's plan for your life. Following my dreams led me here today. I spent 4 years helping to connect students to life-changing opportunities as the student ambassador for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Now I get to do that every day with that same organization. As I close, I want to leave you with a few pieces of advice that I learned over the course of my time here at Alabama A&M University, and more specifically, the honors program. 1, always bet on you. Even when you are uncertain or don't know what the end may bring, bet on yourself. You can and will always show up for the challenge. 2, find your community. The honors program was the stepping stone of greatness for so many people. The honors program is a melting pot of cultures and interests, but the thing that binds us together is the need to be great and be successful. You cannot be successful alone. Find the friends that will inspire you to grow. 3, college is what you make it. You are 100% in charge of your own experience. The more you put into it, the more you'll benefit. Get out, join clubs, meet people, get involved. 4, you are looking at your network. I want you to look to your right, look to your left, look behind you. These people around you are in your network. They will be the epitome of greatness, and you are surrounded by it. Continue to foster these relationships because you never know what opportunities you can receive based on who you know. Not saying that you need to be bestest friends with all of them, but make sure you know them and they know you. Service is truly sovereignty. You will hear this a lot. Your service makes a difference, especially in the honors program. We depend on the service of our membership to keep the train moving. Make a name for yourself. Be known for being dependable and always willing to help. It's okay to not know. You do not have to have it all figured out on day one. Give yourself some grace. Put some extra on your ordinary. Lisa Nichols, who is a motivational speaker, once said, when you decide you're going to step in extraordinary, you are going to have to let some things go. Don't allow your past to stop you from reaching your full potential. Operate in excellence. Enjoy the planting season. On a farm, you have different phases of plant growth. You plant the seeds. Then you spend months, sometimes years, depending on what you're planting, taking care of your plant. You're killing weeds, you're watering it, you're warding off pests that don't belong. And finally, you have a harvest. The harvest is the culmination of all your hard work. It is essentially what you've been waiting for. You are so happy for the harvest. But guess what? The harvest never lasts long. That's life. You work so hard to reach your goals, and when you finally accomplish them, the joy only lasts but a moment before you have to get right back to work. So I encourage you to enjoy the planting season because the hard work you do in this season determines what kind of harvest you'll have. And lastly, I want you to always remember, you are the best of the best of that best. Thank you.
Can everyone give Mr. Terrence another round of applause? On behalf of the Agricultural and Mechanical University Honors Program, I would like to thank Mr. Terrence Sellers for coming to address us today. I am certain that your words of inspiration will remain with the students long after this program. And I would like to award you a gift on behalf of the honors program as well. Thank you.
As the candle symbolizing scholarship, leadership, service, and the flame of achievement are extinguished, let us not forget these guiding principles. Before we end, I do want to thank Mr. Sellers again for being available and sharing his words of wisdom. I have a core group of students who are alums that I call my honors legends, and he definitely sits atop of that mountain, having contributed so much to the program, and he continues to pour. And so I just want to thank him for his service, and those who came to see him, who are also, raise your hand guys, I won't call you out, who are also honors alums, who are doing great things. Ms. Hilliard is getting her PhD in engineering. Indonesia is getting her PhD in psychology. And Alicia just got her master's degree in social work and is transitioned to a new position, and so just the greatness continues. Again, congratulations to our 125, the largest honors class ever, new inductees. I now declare this induction ceremony for the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University Honors Program closed.